So, I mean, let me emphasize first of all that I regard Bryan Johnson as unequivocally a net positive for the movement. Um, and the large part of why I think that is because he is so utterly fearless when it comes to going out there and allowing people to laugh at him if they want to.
Mm.
He tells the world exactly what he's doing and why. And a lot of people think that's a crazy way to live. I personally do think it's a crazy way to live. I think it's the idea of living according to an algorithm is not really living as far as I'm concerned. But that's not the way he thinks, and he's entitled to think the way he thinks. What I believe he's offering is inspiration to the world to follow one's actual instincts, and to not just kind of follow an irrational path, of a contradictory path of saying you want something or thinking you want something, but then not doing anything to make it happen. Most people don't want to die. Most people don't want to get sick, but they don't do much about it, whereas Bryan is doing as much as he can about it. As regards whether my algorithm will be different, well, yes, it would be, because I would put three-quarters of my $2 million a year that he's spending into research. I would recognise that however much I do with what can be done today, even if I have, an MRI machine in my house and things like that, I'm only going to extend my own healthy lifespan or total lifespan by a very modest amount. And the only way I'm going to transcend that glass ceiling is by taking advantage of advances that happen in the meantime, which means that my rational approach is to actually hasten those advances so that as much advance happens in time for me as possible. And Bryan's not doing that. I am not by any means, I am by no means the only person who has taken him to task on this. Mark has certainly done so as well, coming back to Mark Hammerland. And honestly, he's got no answer. So my take is that actually, in this respect, he is just like everybody else. He knows he's being irrational, but he can't help himself.